Against Missouri with that front seven of theirs, was there anything different that you saw from your team, or was that a lot of the other team too?
No, obviously played a really good opponent. They have a veteran group that played a lot of games together, and they came out and played hard. But I think looking back at the film, I mean, there were some really good things that we did. Obviously, some things that we see we can improve on as we head into the last regular season game. But, we've had a great week of practice, and hopefully we can learn from some of the mistakes we made last week.
As you've watched the film of Jalen this season, it seems like there's so many times he's been so close to much bigger runs. Is that just poor luck? Is that something he's got to work on with something in his game, or
it's called football? I think with every run, there's always that one last thing you could have done better. Break a tackle. That's part of this league. We watch film all the time, and a lot of the big runs come after broken tackles. So a lot of those one-aways are things that we have to improve on. From eye discipline, from reading the cuts and getting stronger. So, it's not a war is me type deal. We understand that's football, and we get another opportunity this week.
With Jalen, he's been such a consistent guy for a freshman. Just how hungry is he to kind of bounce back from not having as good of a game as he really had?
Very. Once you get a taste of success, I think we've had 2 games in a row we played very well, and then all of a sudden now you have a fall back and you take a loss. Those kids are hungry to get that taste back again. So, obviously we're not satisfied. Very upset with the way we played last week. But again, another great opportunity, great venue, another SEC opponent. We get a chance to go play another big game.
Did you see any more motivation this week because he is going to be in front of his friends and where he grew up?
Yeah, obviously he's a guy that doesn't need much to motivate him to go play football. But he hadn't said much about it, nor have I asked him, but I know, it's a special game. Anytime you get a chance to go home, and play in front of a lot of fans that know you and people that watch you play high school ball, I think it's a great opportunity. So hopefully he'll be pumped up, and also the other kids that are from there. But, I think this is a game that you don't need a lot of talk to, get anybody fired up. I think everybody wants to go play, and there's a lot on the line. It doesn't matter who we play this week. We're going to go out and play our butts off.
I know that obviously, it's hard to ask a lot of a true freshman, as much as y'all have had to ask from Jalen this season. But in hindsight, I'm sure that when you break down film, there's a million things you say, I want him to do better at this and this and this. But how much has it been good that y'all been able to rely on him as much as you have?
You know what? Being in the moment, where we are now, I think it's something that we kind of hadn't had a chance to really realize how many reps and some of the things, which is good, and I don't think he's had a chance either. He's just kind of been in the zone. So we have coaches. I hadn't thought about him being a freshman for a very, very long time. I think the last time I really thought of him as a freshman was probably the Georgia game. And he's done a lot of good things since then. So, obviously, like I said, when we look back at the season, and when the season's done, we'll look back and say, wow, the amount of plays that he's played and some of the things he's done. But right now, we just focus on the next game at hand. And like I said, this next game is huge, and we're going to go out and play and try to have our best football game.
Do you feel like with